Let us walk this path to the end.
An expected result.
Okay, let's see if this was enough to secure the place, or if there's more that needs to be done. Alright, so the blooded soldier lets out an incoherent moan, clutches his mangled face.
I have proven myself yet again.
You lean over the soldier and you spot the armed mine hidden under his body.
And done.
The warden mutters words of thanks and holds out an object for you to take.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Well, well then. Saved someone's life. Your lordship, the emperor is with us. Or so you say. Let's see, warden. The warden sucks in a forced breath. With each breath, a guttural gurgling comes from his chest. The emperor protects. I don't want to die. The warden sucks in a forced breath. With each breath, yeah, same on the first guy.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Okay, so it looks like we're not done. The Vox transmit the same repeating recording, desperate calls for help, heart-rending cries, and the hysterical howls of a dying man.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
A nice message, I guess. Okay, we're getting back in there. We were apparently not done here. Let's get back inside and see what we missed. Sergeant, can't speak with him. Servitor, can we speak with the servitor maybe? The servitor appears unharmed and completely indifferent to the carnage unfolding around it. Well, at least he is at peace of mind. Jump over.
Experience?
Stay faithful,
Nothing
and
matters
you will
more.
be rewarded.
Oh, we got goods. What's this? Melted charge. Thanks for the bomb.
Know your duty.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? Yeah, there's nothing to do in here. I don't get it. Let's see here. Search the palace for survivors. There could still be surviving vassals or nobles of the dynasty's estate. It would be wise to search the rooms and examine bodies for signs of life. I thought we did that. Okay, let's redo it. Aristocrat. Let's see if we can... Nothing happens. Okay.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Aristocrat. Father, not too fast. Nothing over here. This one was dying. Yeah, no chance to survive. What the hell happened? Oh. Achilles calendar. Covered in Drukari blood and his own, Achilles calendar looks around with a haunted expression on his face. He finally manages to focus his gaze on you and lets out a barely audible gasp. God Emperor, preserve me. Could it be? It is truly you, your lordship. He is struck by an excruciating coughing fit, his hand grasping for his respirator on his golden chain, but it is missing. The interrogator examines the room, the evidence of a struggle, and Achilles himself. You did well. You held your own. I'm glad we made it in time. Achilles frowns, presses his burnt lips together, and drops his gaze. And yet I still failed you. Oh, dude. In this kind of situation, you're just supposed to be happy to be alive. I failed you. Boo boo. Let's see here. Strike him. Pointless. Are you alright? You're too kind to me, your lordship. We have more important matters to consider than a few broken ribs. Please do not trouble yourself about it. What happened here? When the report came from orbit about the Sinus attack, I was in the administratum halls, resolving the matter of your succession. I rushed to my shuttle and prayed to the God Emperor that I would reach the palace before they struck. But before I could get rid of all the picts and documents I had gathered, the palace was besieged. I had to take a risk and burnt it all. The Sinus surrounded me, and when I was setting fire to the last remaining orders, and they decided to have fun with me. Achilles closed his eyes shut. Holy Emperor, deliver me from the memories. They tortured you? Why? Why? Scheleus lets out a slight chuckle. Such is the nature of the enemy of humanity, your lordship. They have a taste for our pain. What did you tell them? Achilles looks you in the eye with a gaze unexpectedly clear. Nothing. But they didn't ask me anything. They didn't look for anything. They didn't so much as poke around the place. Strange. It is the Drukari's favorite pastime to torture people for amusement. I doubt they had any inkling you were an agent of the Inquisition. By the John of the darkest abyss, Achilles. Prevent assault. I don't want to blame him for the assault, it's not really his fault. Were you able to glean anything from the attackers? Oddly enough, I was, your lordship. The Drukhari had no idea that a mere Adeptus Administratum secretary could understand their alien speech. While they were deliberating over how they were going to kill me, they mentioned that the other monkey had been helping them all this time, renegades or pirates or something of the sort. It will take time to identify these traitors of humanity, but I give you my word that they will pay for what happened on Dragones. Medicare. Oh, we succeed. Akila's body is covered with in an unthinkable number of cuts and injuries. The Drukhari put great effort into filling his every moment with searing pain. However, none of his wounds is life-threatening. Henriks, help him. Use your abilities. Administer first aid. Your last efforts pay off. Your knowledge of Medicare allows you to stop the bleeding in several areas and somewhat ease his pain. You shouldn't have wasted your time on me, your lordship. That's enough talking, Achilles. I will contact Clementia and have her summon a Medicare. Get out of the palace while you can. Gritting his teeth, Achilles bows and withdraws to the gatehouse in front of the palace. Your lordship, thanks to your breakthrough, we were able to clear out the estate. Right now, with the aid of your ship's augurs from orbit, the surface troops are sweeping the streets of the hive. Squads have been sent deeper into the city. Several units has been assigned. My apologies. Of course, you will learn of all this from the reports. Your appearance on Dragones is a boon from the God Emperor, who has brought us salvation. On behalf of all of Dragones and the House Verisian, I thank you for delivering us from our foes. I am not hearing enough awe and severity in your voice. Dun dun dun. Stop wasting time. Attend your duties. After such a debacle in our defenses, Clementia, you and other mediocrities who supposedly look after my capital world can expect a thorough purge in the near future. Oh my god, there's like... the only good one is I was doing my duty, nothing more. That's the best one. Claiming gratitude, punishments. Yeah. Let's just do what I'm doing my duty, nothing more. And by your will, you have preserved countless lives, your lordship. Dragones owes you a debt that can never be repaid. We will continue to clean up of the estate and the neighboring territories. We must deal with the rubbles, the corpses, and any other after effects of the fighting. The surviving forces will be enough to repel any sporadic enemy attacks if any are launched. According to the latest reports, the Xenos are pulling out en masse. If other matters require your attention, it won't detain you any longer. Please allow us to ensure that Dragones is returned to its former glory. Return to the ship, okay. Mistress Toleman has sent a message requesting an audience. She has a critical report to deliver and she will be waiting for you on the ship's bridge. The control panel is broken. The machine spirit has left this machine forever.
I need to look closer.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Among numerous mutilations of the body, thin cuts are barely distinguishable. This is the work of a skilled torturer, not enraged fighters. What's this? 32 heal? Just some Dark Eldar scooters all over the place.
Accomplished.
What was that? Praise the Emperor, it's you. I thought it was those. Oh, you found one. Hiding under the bed, eh? Well. How noble of you.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Let's get back to the ship and see what happens. And this game is like super large. There's a lot of content in this one. I wonder how much is left. Because it feels like we're barely halfway or something. There's... Don't worry about me, your lordship, Dragonas above all else.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assigned the ground forces to by coordinating their movements from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage report has been submitted for your perusal. It is with deepest awe that I inform you that the timely intervention and the resilience of the world's defenses managed to break the back of the raid, which had threatened to turn into a protracted war. Dragones suffered losses, but the Hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and the industries as expeditiously as possible. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. I have been given Scalander's report that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that Xenos activity dropped sharply after you departed from the Cinerus Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dragonis raid, it is safe to assume that the Drukhari used up all the forces at their disposal, and may now require some time to replenish their losses. Achilles is presently recuperating from his severe wounds, and without his aid, we are temporarily blind to the scheming of those enemies of humanity. However, our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Lord Captain, permission to report. Your wise Lex Mechanicus, your wise Lex Mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis has passed. The domain of the von Valancius dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. In honor of such a resounding triumph, Dragones, as a capital world of your dynasty's domain, is currently making preparations for the Magne Accesio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as the heir of the Honorable Theodora von Valancius. Governor Divestem has vowed that not even the recent devastating and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over this most glorious occasion. What is this ceremony? I swear an oath and then I shake a lot of sweaty hands. The grill of the Vox built into Vigdius' face lets out a short rattle that indicates a chuckle. That much is certain, but that's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception, as well as other noble guests. The distinguished rogue traders Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Shorda will be in attendance. It will be a great honor for Dragones to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. Your servants wish to know your opinion on 2 matters related to the ceremony's agreements. The first of which is, what festive activities are to take place on the capital on this glorious day? Got a couple of choices here. I must decide how to entertain my subjects now too. Did the rogue traders of other dynasties flock to the Theodoras? Let the poor be fed and fueled, sold, handed out to those in need. My reign shall be with an act of benevolence. We have 2 dogmatic. I wish to hear prayers, witness the people's faith. Execute every known embezzler, scoundrel and con man. I will begin my reign by purging my realm of vermin. So there's 2 dogmatic, one very harsh and one more to the faith side. We'll go iconoclast. So we're going with the feeding the poor and handing out power cells. Your subjects will appreciate your generosity, Lord Captain. We are never short on people in need. The second matter of your servant's mind is which 2 of your closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side during the ceremony. I have to pick a favorite. Let's go with Abelard. He's doing so good. The servants of House Valancius will see in this the continuity of the dynasty's glorious traditions. And who will be your second companion? Second companion... Jay... She's not... Henrix, maybe? Argenta? Let's do Henrix. Henrix will stand with me. The presence of a member of the Inquisition beside you will serve as the best possible proof of your loyalty. I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to the Dragonus. That your instructions are delivered to Dragonus. The Master of Ceremonies at the palace will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. Pascal's voice pouring out of his vox crackles like thin ice under pressure. It is unclear whether this is nothing more than static or an expression of some emotion understandable only to the tech priest himself. Svinto, following the Omnissiah's guidance, I request permission to execute a report protocol that entails descriptions describing suboptimalities within the recent operations of the ship's systems, and subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. I'm listening. Initiating exposition. With the Omnissiah's blessing, I conducted several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns. The data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operations of the ship systems, and servitors, as well as irregularities of in the algorithms of the ship's log. I have arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be performed, following by a complementa ritual. This ritual will force the spirit responsible for those recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we will be able to understand its nature and take action applicable to said nature. What kind of action? Applicable to the entry that appears before us. If it is a machine spirit of great might, we must appease it and humbly ask about the reason behind the portents it has shown us. If it is the abomination of tech heresy, the complementa ritual will help us purge the ship of its unhallowed presence. Okay, so we need to know if it's good or bad. Is my presence necessary? Affirmative. For the complementa ritual to take place, activation via the blood of the dynasty is required. All of the ship's high protocols are activated with the key of blood. Very well, let us proceed with your ritual. You have my gratitude. You have my gratitude, Svinto. I will notify my tech comrades to begin their preparations for the complementa ritual at once.